forgot the fact that when I made it as the Tuesday night stream. So I need to make another one that will cover me for every other day of the week. But welcome back. Not Tuesday because my one time running a Tuesday night podcast ended when Talking Parra decided they wanted to be a podcast again. So instead, I thought I'd bring over my good friend Jordy from Electric Eels to come chat Origin. We'll have a quick chat about Parramatta as well because obviously I didn't get to talk enough about it last night, and Jordy knows more than me. So Jordy, welcome. How are we, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Pretty happy after seeing Parramatta get the win on Sunday. So yeah, fresh start to the week. Positives. Just yeah, it's
What more
really
can you
weird being a
say?
Parramatta supporter. You don't get that many positives. So yeah,
No, I've done the maths. We're averaging about once a month that we
once a
get
month.
us a win. So take that as you will, but at least one time in each month, we're going to be like, holy shit, we've won. And us fans, we go from 0 to 100. So we'll go from we're coming last or winning the comp. So right now, we're winning the comp, but we'll see how that goes come Saturday night. Now, you were
Mate,
at the
right
game.
now I've already booked my grand final tickets. Put it that way.
Yeah, and look, you get the refundable tickets. You can sell them online if you have to. Like, when you buy grand final tickets, there's no real commitment, is there? It's a click of a button, and then Bob, the Penrith fan who thought he could wait all year to buy one, just takes one off you then.
Yeah, mate, that's exactly right. We just I don't know. Like, I don't think a lot of us expected us to beat Manly on a Sunday. So to see us, come away with the win, it's just it's great to see, and sort of makes me start to believe again that we have a good thing going at our footy side with our young players coming through. The more caps they get, the better they're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. And people are going to point to the whole, well, it was Origin period, they were missing players, but we were missing players too. We have been all year. And it's not like they didn't have chances. They had plenty of chances. I think I only had 35 fucking try saving tackles. They fumbled a few as well. So the game was there to be won. And it's not all that often that you see us actually be the ones to take control and ice a game.
Yeah, that's exactly right, mate. I think, over the past few months, that's the thing we've been struggling to do is ice games. So yeah, to see us actually ice the game, even though we really tried to throw it away, not mentioning any names, but yeah, to see us ice it was just great to see. And yeah, good to see Pezzett go ahead and ice that game for us.
No, he did, and look, we called it, didn't we? We did say that if we were going to win, he'd be the man. He looked a lot more comfortable. He's a 7. We knew that from day dot, and it's the kind of footy that would suit him better. There was not much structure, as you can tell by the fact that we tried to run a backline movement on tackle 2 of the first set and nearly got drilled into the in goal. We threw it around a bit. He had his touches. I thought his defense was a lot stronger, which was my big concern considering he was sitting next to Kelmer. But he was up for it. He kicked well. He organised well. We need to. We scrambled, and just like the Broncos game, it was a nice little grubber through to seal it under the post.
Yeah, mate. That brings me a question. Is Parra playing unstructured footy a better way for Parra to play their footy? Because we've seen time and time again Moses and Parra play under structured footy, and it just hasn't worked out for them this season. So yeah, it just brings me to that question.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because you think back to the end of last year when we thought we'd play fuck it footy, as I like to call it. No real all risk, all reward. If we lose, what are we going to do? Stay near the bottom? We're already there. And it opened things up. I think back to when we versed Roosters last. How many tries did we score from crossfield kicks into throwing the ball around? And I think so, where look at our team. You got both back rows are all-out attack, can offload, can bump off people. Volkman, all he does is want to fucking step people. Everyone's pushing up. Our dummy half doesn't know what structured footy is. Like, if we can find that balance between structured footy and fuck it footy, I think we'll go all right, because that's how we are. We've been that since day dot. Like, I can't remember a time when Parramatta only played structured footy and succeeded.
Yeah, mate, that's exactly right. And you take it right back to 2009 when, they started playing fuck it footy and throwing the ball around. Like, it just seems like Parramatta's best way to play footy. And yeah, like, it'll be interesting to see if they go back to structured footy when Moses comes back, or if they're just looking to throw the ball around, kick it around, and just do whatever.
Well, it's interesting because we go through stages, like the Cowboys game, last 5 minutes. Moses is doing short side raids on tackle 2 with 3 minutes to go for us to score. And that's when he plays his best footy. We know he's got the boot on him. I think he's getting to that stage where he wants to win footy. And you look at the teams who are winning comps, Penrith's. I'm going to throw Melbourne in there for my next point. They have their processes, their structures, they grind out their games. And Melbourne do the same. So you got a player like Moses who spent the last few years playing with Cleary in Origin. You got a coach that's come from Melbourne. They want to try and have that sustained success where it's not all just glory plays. But it just doesn't feel like the Parramatta way. The Parramatta way feels like having big, strong outside backs who run over people. In this instance, Brian Kelly. Big boppers in the middle. And then we throw some shape around and we just see what happens.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, exactly right. And it just like leads me to think like the back of last season, how well we played, and it just looked great. So it's just going to be interesting to see if we're going to finish the season just as strong as last season, if not stronger.
Yeah, look, and they'll do what they always do to us. They'll finish strong. We'll get all excited for next year. And then this time next year, we'll be having the exact same conversation about 2028. But the only difference is when we talk this time next year, it'll be all good. We'll start well with our new science center, Herbie Farnworth. So that'll be a bit nicer to hear, but it's just the fucking Parramatta way, isn't it? Keeping us on edge enough just to tune in for the next week.
Oh, mate, every year. I can't think of a year where I've had high hopes and we just haven't hit the mark. But you know what? Let's just hope we pick up some players over the off season. Hearing that Spencer might be finding his way to Parramatta eventually. Depending if it's 1 year or however long, who knows.
Yeah, well, SEN reported that 2 signings were to be announced. Now, one, from all reports, is Spencer. From the sound of things, we approached him. Handshake deal was made. All the reports about PNG came up. We then focused on Leota, and now we've unfocused on Leota, and we're back to Spencer, which begs the question, are we about to see a 1 year deal so Spencer can go play for PNG? I hope not, because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Now, like, surely we've learned from the Pezza situation that there's no benefit to us signing a young player for 12 months to develop for another club.
Yeah, look, that's exactly right. And I feel like Parramatta, the board there will realise that the Pezzett deal was quite a bit of a mistake, considering he's been out injured for most of the season. And they look at that and be like, do they really want to take that same risk again for 1 year? For me, I really hope that they've learnt from the Pezzett deal, and they're really pushing to sign Lenu for 3-4 years, however long. But tax-free dollars, mate.
Tax-free dollars talk, but hear me out. It kind of feels like a Tyrrell May situation. Westy boy has a crack for Sydney City. They're a bit too posh for your rugged West Sydney lad. So he comes back to a Western Sydney club and kicks on. Tyrrell did it. He was a bench forward for Roosters. Goes plays for the Westy West Tigers. Brains it. Spencer's a Penrith boy through and through. Roosters are a bit too posh for a rugged, hyper-aggressive player. So he moves over back to the West where he feels more at home and he rips and tears.
Yeah, and I think he'll fit right in at Parramatta. Obviously Junior's starting to get older, and he's at the back end of his career. So having someone like Lenu that has premiership experience and can lead our young pack, I just think it'd be perfect. So look, let's just hope that we're not signing him for 1 year and we're actually signing him for 3 or 4. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, and if it's up to either 1 year or no years, I'd rather we just didn't sign him at all. Like,
Agreed.
that's the point I'm up to. Like, if we can't get him on a long-term deal, why bother?
Yeah, exactly right, mate. I completely agree.
Yeah, but quickly circling back because I skipped a couple of nice graphics that we made.
Yeah, I thought about it as soon as I brought that
up. No, it's all good. This is how this goes. We go with the flow. We roll with the punches. But Jordy's man of the match, I will say, because we have differentiating man of the matches. Iongi, now you had a bird's eye view being at the game, mate. So I probably trust your judgment a bit more considering I was sitting on the couch in sunniest of Sunshine Coast. But man of the match for yourself, Iongi, 231 run meters, try, a line break, 5 tackle breaks, 65 try-saving tackles. What'd you see, mate, with your bird's eye view?
Mate, I just think, as well as the stats that are on screen here, the try-saving tackles did it for me. You had a couple early in the game, middle in the game, and then there was one late in the game where he chased down that Manly player and they dropped it before getting to the line. And it wasn't just his first effort. Yeah, it wasn't just his first effort. It was his second effort coming over. Like, he could have just given up after that first effort, but the determination he showed to stop that try was just unreal. So props to him. He's just improving every week, isn't he? So
I felt like he was listening into us because we said they need to step up. He had an off game against South, but he was everywhere. And it's really his defense. There was all that talk when he was injured about how Joash is a much better defensive fullback than he is. And we looked like people were right after the Newcastle game where he got done by Lucas twice. But since then, he's safe under the high ball. He's reading it. He's doing a lot more talking and moving. If you've seen those videos online of people behind the post filming him, he's everywhere. Yeah. He had that. There was a stage where we were defending on the line, and he was getting ready to drop back, and he noticed that they were bringing a forward under, so he shoots back in the line, helps make the tackle, and then resets.
Yeah, he made like 2 tackles in a row at one point. Like, it was it was unreal.
It was one of their forwards, and then Paseka was the second one, who was a mountain of a man. I wouldn't want to tackle him.
Yeah,
when he's asleep, let alone him running at me. I'm
starting to see him play with a bit more confidence as to attacking the line. I thought his first few games back, he was a bit tentative to sort of get involved in attack and looked like he was lacking a bit of confidence, but I'm starting to see that confidence come back now. It's great to see. And hopefully he can, just keep on rolling through, getting better week by week and finish this season strong.
Yeah, and you got to think, second year in the league, he's had injuries in both years that kind of stalled him a bit. Finished this year strong, spend his offseason really working on his decision making and ball playing and really getting that to a T, because that's the last thing he needs. He's got the speed, he can bust tackles, he can do everything. It's that last little bit of knowing when to pass, when to run, who to pass to, and sky's the limit. I think that's the last piece of him.
I'd love to see him eventually do some work with Jared Hayne. now that Hayne's been, sort of allowed back around the club, I'd love to see him do some work with Jared Hayne, because you've seen it before, like Andrew John's doing work with Mitch Moses, and that brought the best out of him. What's to say Hayne can't bring the best out of a Yongi,
Yeah. And you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to try and be a bit more cute with it and be like a former Parramatta fullback. But yeah, like that was one of Haynes' biggest strengths, his ability to draw in defenders and make the right read. And Iongi's going to just get to that stage where people are going to gravitate towards him because they want to shut down the running threat. And that's when we have our outside backs ready to go. Even if he wants to get the ball a little bit earlier and play a little two-man with Cortoga, because I know he loves sweeping around that left side. Him and Cortoga have a good little 1-2 punch. You saw it on the weekend with Iongi's try. Even if it is just early ball with a wrap, hit Cortoga short, Cortoga dummies the wrap, pushes through, and Iongi pushes up, get that offload away. Like, sounds simple, and it is, but it's effective when it works.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to ask, who was your man of the match?
I had Mr. Ronald Volkman. I just thought from the get-go, he was up in everyone's face in the defense. He was ready to go. You can tell he was on. Cortoga did a really good job shielding him, which really helped keep him gas in the tank. Then that first try, he backed himself. He saw that someone overcommitted and went straight through. And then he did 2 or 3 line breaks of him just bobbing and weaving and stepping. I think he stepped himself a couple of times. He just didn't want to stop, but he nearly got a cup. Yeah, I just thought his attack he was on one. He was our biggest attacking threat, I thought, all game. And I think he may have pumped out 30 tackles as well. It was a really good 1-2 with the whole organizing and get everything kind of ready side of Peasant versus his run first mentality, because that's what we need. And I think that's what we need with Moses around as well. A run first 5'8", who can break the line, and that's what Volkman is.
Yeah, and that's what we saw with Dylan Brown. He was that ball running 5'8", and just if Volk can keep playing the way he is, you surely think he's playing himself into a Parramatta contract next year and the year after.
You'd think so, or knowing our luck, he's playing himself into $500,000 Super League and a few man of steals over there while he's at it, because that's what he'll do.
Yeah, he can carve up over there.
From what I've been told, and I don't get told much, we're in negotiations. He wasn't happy with our first contract, and if what I've been told is true about the money, I wouldn't be either. It was very well below market value. But if he keeps playing the way he is, he's only driving up that dollar. Yeah,
agreed. And look, that might be a decision made at the end of the season sort of thing. They want to see, Parra might want to see, how he performs for the rest of the season before making a decision. But you got to think, like, if you're Volkman and you haven't received a contract offer from Parramatta that's significant, and you've got others over in the Super League that are significantly higher, why wouldn't you take that?
Exactly. And speaking of people who didn't get contracts from Parramatta, I know this is a nice little sore spot. Oh, wrong one. Damn, I thought I had that ready to go. Dylan Walker, 3-year deal with Leeds starting next year. From what he's told people, we didn't even offer him a contract. We didn't want to have him on the books anymore. Obviously gutted. He was gutted. But you'd like to think that even if we offered him a Jack DeBellin 1-and-1 deal for next year, that he probably would have taken it. He wanted to stay in the NRL. We've got something in the background moving, whatever it is. I don't know. I personally don't think he's been red hot this year. I think he's had a nice couple of weeks, but it was a very slow start. I think he's been playing injured a bit. Obviously, that flick ball he did on the weekend was beautiful.
World class.
Well, and I think that's kind of bringing back a bit of, oh my God, how good Dylan Walker talk, because it was very quiet before that.
Yeah.
And I think this news has been compounded because of that. But I know you're not too happy, so mate, the floor's yours.
Oh, it's not that I'm really upset about it. I just think he probably deserved to be offered at least a year-long extension, and we obviously found out that he wasn't even offered 1 year. So, yeah, look, it's just one of those things. You just got to think like, do we have something else going on in the background? Like, have we got another player, that's coming in that could do that same role? But yeah, like, I think I was listening to the Talking Parra podcast last night, and they were saying that we're going to be probably keeping Jack de Belin for an extra year by the looks. But yeah, I think it would have been better if we had kept Walker. But it is what it is. I suppose you have Hopgood and you've got Dury. They're two locks. That come into our side next year. So it just, it's a weird one, but
It is, and if you
yeah,
have a bit of a look here in terms of what we've got next year, it's not a whole lot. Like, probably gonna have to keep the Bellin because of who we've not got back. I mean, there's maybe DeBellin and DeBellin, Volkman, and Will are probably the only people who will get re-signed. But even then, we still only got 23, 24. So it's out of necessity because we just don't have a top 30 unless we start upgrading a bunch of cup and flag players.
well, you got to sort of think like, yeah, that's probably what we're going to have to do if we don't sign anyone. Yeah, you'll have obviously Lorenzo. He'll be, getting another year in New South Wales Cup, I reckon. Lincoln will have his first full season at New South Wales Cup. And then, Ryder, he'll probably go another year. And then I reckon at some point next year, he'll probably make his debut.
Yeah, we're having a look. There's a good chance that we probably only want to keep Volkman if we do for one more year. When's Mitch's contract run out? 2029, I think. So the chance they might just want to have Fletcher and Lorenzo playing cup together until Maui.
Sounds right.
Yeah, 2029 his contract runs out, so this will be for the 2030 season. But who knows what happened in the meantime. But yeah, it'll be interesting because we've got to make sure that Lincoln stays happy so he doesn't leave. So we've got a ready-made halfback ready to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As long as, the pathway's clear for Lincoln, I'm sure he'll be happy to stay around with us.
What we need to do, because if we're assuming Moses is playing Origin, let's just assume he plays Origin until he retires. Needs to be that Lincoln's playing every time that Moses is not available. So I'd have him back up halfback next year. If Moses goes down, Lincoln goes in. So you're just sprinkling in some first grade for him, and then you throw him in.
Yep, that's completely, I like that.
Just keeps everyone happy. I did the same for Lorenzo. I mean, watching Lorenzo on the weekend, he had moments where he looked untouchable, and then he just had little brain snaps. So the talent's there.
Going for the money shot every single play.
Like his first one, he drifts across, dummy under, grabber, winger untouched, scores. Then he tried it again. It's like he found something that he liked.
Yeah,
and he
just kept going.
wanted to just keep going with it, which happens. He's an 18-year-old kid who's dominated every time he touched the ball. Why wouldn't you back yourself?
Yeah, exactly right.
Is there anything else we didn't touch on that you want to give a mention to before we move on to our origin portion of the chat, mate? I think we've covered all our bases.
Yeah, I think that's about it for now.
We'll talk more about the Roosters game at a later date. We've got another game to get through first. Game 3 tonight, Suncorp Stadium. 1-1. Feels like it's 2-0 just because of how it's all gone, but We got
Agreed. Yeah.
lucky. We got lucky game one, which is all you need. Who knows what? We all remember what happened last time. There was a decider in Suncorp, the Moe Special, we call it, King of Suncorp. You never know what's going to happen. All the pressure's on Queensland. There's no pressure on New South Wales. Everyone's expecting us to lose. So feels
Yeah,
like
agreed,
ambush
mate.
season.
Yeah, agreed. And you know, I just think the first two games, right? We just saw Queensland dominate. Besides the last bit of the first game, Queensland has basically dominated this whole series. So it's all on New South Wales to turn it around tonight. How they're going to do it? Well, yeah, look, that's up to them. I know they've got Michael Maguire. He's been brought into their Origin camp. I think that like their Origin dinner last night. So I'm pretty sure he had a stern word with the lads. So,
Yeah.
hopefully he can give them the same motivation he gave them in 2024.
Oh man, we need to make sure that Daly's given him full reign to say whatever the fuck he wants to say to get these boys up and about. Because I want to see murder in the first 20 minutes.
So do I, mate. I want him in there for a halftime spray, a before game spray. I just want him in there, revving our lads up to go out there and pump Queensland tonight.
That's it. If the first tackle, Barnett comes out and lays someone out and gets himself binned, and then Queensland gets someone binned because they start a fight because of it, I'm okay with it. We need to make a statement early. Our forwards are trying to be too fucking pretty. I want Fanua Blake to go full kamikaze mode and just start laying people out and realizing he's bigger than everyone.
Yeah.
And just that's the way we have to do it.
I just think it's going to be a good old-fashioned rough and tough game. Like, exactly like we saw in Game 3 2 years ago. I think there's so much riding on it. Cleary, this is such a huge game for him. Looking at the team here, Bradman Best coming back into the side. Stephen Crichton, he'll want to prove a point. Teddy, could this be his last game playing for New South Wales? Who knows? Like, this will be
you got a bunch of people who are out to prove a point. Everyone's saying Teddy's over the hill. Halves are under, not performing. Why is Crichton in? Shouldn't be playing. Bostock's out to prove a point. Why over Toto? Liam Martin, if we can reel in his aggression to legal aggression, as I like to call it, will be sweet. I want to see Murray start, but we all know he's not going to start. It's
I want him to start at lock.
Well, we'll find out in. Might even be 6:30. The final teams get announced, so we might get a
live update.
Yeah, live update. It'll come out before we finish. I reckon.
I want Murray to start at lock, and I actually want Yo to start at prop. We saw it 2 years ago, and it worked. Like,
well, the last decider we won, Murray was lock, and I was coming off the bench.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting. It'll also be interesting to see Ethan Stranger's involvement tonight. Do you think he would have been used the last game if there wasn't the sin bin? Because I don't think he would have either. And
I don't think he should be used tonight unless there's injury.
True. I just think tired legs late in the game, if the game's close, he could open the game up.
I think that, but I also, who don't you play to play him?
Perhaps take out a center, maybe. I'm not too sure because I know he's played center before.
Oh, sorry. What I meant was, who from the bench are you not playing to play Strange? Murray, Fanua Blake, Olakawatu, and Brayley. One of them doesn't get to play if Ethan plays. That's my issue. Because Murray and Fanua Blake will meet in the middle.
You need Brayley on. You need Brayley on because we saw the game change when he come on in game one. And I think he had a great game in game one. So Yeah, mate, I'd be sticking with break Brayley now.
Yeah, that's the thing because I get what you're saying and I like the idea of it, but
Yeah, it's just who do you know?
everyone has a role.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But look,
But yeah,
yeah, we can say I think we throw game plan out the window. I think we just try and bash them. I
yeah,
think we play
agreed.
ad-lib footy. I'd like to see Moses take more of a first receiver role and let Cleary do more running because I
Yeah,
think that's you saw what happened in the grand final a couple of years back. I think that's the way to go.
yeah,
But
agreed, mate.
we've countered their wingers. We've got big, tall, strapping young lads who can jump out the fucking building. We've got a big, aggressive forward pack now. Like you can't get more over the top aggressive than Hudson Young and Liam Martin.
Yeah,
Robson Brayley have a good 1-2 punch. I'd have Robson play half a game, if that. I'd almost have him
yeah,
play the first. I'd almost have him play the
20
first
minutes.
half hour and then fucking sit down.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I don't know. Robson hasn't really impressed me these first two games. Um, yeah, I almost would have started Brayley, to be honest. I just feel like, are we missing Appy Coruscant as well in that side?
Appy's injured. Appy did his pack on
Oh,
the
true.
weekend.
Bugger.
But I almost would go Brayley 9 and have Strangers at 14 and just make it work.
Yeah, that'd work as well. I'd
So
honestly start Brayley.
because Harry can play 80. Why can't Brayley play 80?
That's exactly right. Yeah, and
They're
then
pretty much
you're
a
bringing
clone of each
in,
other.
if you're having Brayley play 80, that frees up a bench spot for someone to come on and, sort of they can play anywhere.
You throw Strange in, and he can hover around like a Cooper Cronk hybrid lock or
Yep.
just gives us another ball player. But
Yeah, that's exactly right.
fortunately, we're not coaches, although I'm not convinced that we wouldn't do a better job than the coaches. Um, but look, we've we've discussed it at large prior to about who our X factors are. Since
Yeah.
you're pretty much co-host now, but you're still technically my guest. I'll let you go first. So we asked each other who our X factors were. Jordy, take it away, mate.
Mate, my X factor is Nathan Cleary tonight. I think he's coming in to this game with a massive point to prove. He's been written off time and time again this year about, him not being able to have his state of origin moment, not being able to ice games for New South Wales. So, I think it's now or never for Nathan Cleary. You've got a prodigy like Izzy Katoa coming through and playing really good footy at the moment and is arguably the best 7 in the comp right now, or definitely the most informed 7 in the comp right now. And for me, Cleary's just running out of chances. And, I just say if New South Wales are going to win tonight, it's got to be off the back of this man. He's got to, prove everybody wrong. And I know he's got it in him. You've seen it like time and time again at club level in big moments like grand finals, prelim finals, big games. He always steps up. So it'd be just great to see him do it for New South Wales. And I honestly think it's possible. It's in him. It's definitely in him. He can do it.
Well, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I did my research a couple of nights ago about it. He's hasn't won an Origin decider. You've got your all-time Robert and Jerome Luai, who's won an Origin decider. Mitch Moses was the man to win an Origin decider. Everyone thought that Cleary was the heir apparent to Joey Johns, and he's done it at club, but he hasn't had that moment to win us. He's had a lot of times where he's missed the mark with it, and it's not all his fault. But if you want to be top dog, you got to be top dog all the time.
Yeah. It just
Like you
makes
don't.
me think it just makes me think like, is Penrith's structure that good? It just makes you think, is their structure that good? Like, I don't know.
Well, David, you don't have drinks at the stream. If you're referring to my place of residence, you're asking the wrong person because I'm currently in the middle of a stream, but I believe so. Thanks, mate. Um, David, resident Manly fan there. Poor bloke.
Oh, unlucky, mate. You lost the Parra.
I think he waited till we finished our
Parra
talk.
chat to start speaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
L.
It's all
L
it's
for
all
you.
good. I've got a memory of Parramatta Manly that I'll cherish forever, thanks to David. So I appreciate you, mate. Yeah, you're a good man. But we're all friends tonight because he's a New South Wales man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's now or never. Munster 2020 is the prime example. He had an out. They had a dog shit team. They weren't doing anything. And he has put them on their back, epitomized Queensland spirit, which is a term that I hate using. And he just fucking trucked on and got the job done. And
Yeah.
last time I remember Cleary trying to do that, it ended with Ben Hunt running the field scoring.
Oh, mate. That moment where Cleary chipped it and it went straight to Ben Hunt gave me nightmares. Like, I just hated it. I hate it. I hate thinking about it. I'm sick and tired of Queensland supporters messaging me and being like, oh, New South Wales just don't get Origin football. It's just like, mate, fuck off. We do. It's just right now we're not. But hopefully tonight we will.
Yeah, they say they get Origin, but they're also the kind of people that have 5 favorite NRL teams. Like,
yeah,
if you were to ask a logical person if you'd rather your team that you watch for 24 to 28 weeks a year, if you'd rather them win a comp or a bunch of blokes who play 3 times a year to win a series, they pick them because they just got no fucking clue what's going on.
That's exactly right. And half the Queenslanders are born in New South Wales.
Yeah, well, we won't bring up Greg Inglis, but that's okay.
Oh.
But you think if they've got 2 sets of heads to think about things, they'd come to a conclusion. But they just fucking dumb as each other and they double down on it. But that's okay. That's okay. They can't have it all. But yeah, Cleary is the man to step up. I want to differ on my X factor. I've gone Mr. Bradman. You can just tell every interview he has, he fucking hates Queensland. He hates them. He's ready to scrap on. Like, look at that photo. Busted lip. He's covered in blood on his jersey. He's just ready and raring. He's never let the jersey down. I don't know how he's not a staple in our side every year because he gives it a go every time. He's got that dog in him. His father-in-law is fucking Jeff Fennick, boxing legend. And you just know he's ready to scrap on if need be. He said his nan's ready to scrap on. Like, he's New South Wales personified. If we had 17 of those on the field, we'd never lose.
That's exactly right. He's built for Origin, mate. Like, we saw him come into the side in Game 3 last year and, you know, Game 3 2024 for Latrell being injured. And he stepped up when it mattered. He scored that all-important try. And, yeah, Jerome got down the side there and made that line break. But Bradman still had a lot of work to do when he got the ball.
That ball wasn't easy to catch.
Yeah,
no. That was a ripper of a ball to his – and it was down as well. Like, he's just – he wants to die for the state. That's what we need our players to do. All of that's – look, we're going to go off topic here for a second, but that's my issue with the Penrith boys. I'm not saying they don't have a crack, but if things go shit, they lose. They go back to winning comps.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's not do or die for them. It's just playing for your state.
And that's where I think, you know, a lot of these boys who have been regulars for the Blues need to be told, mate, you've got to pull your head in and you got to go out there and win us a fucking series. Otherwise, you know what? There's other people crying out to be in that position. You know, I think we saw it. I think it was Darren Lockyer way back in 2006. He got told, like, look, if you don't win this game, you're never going to play for Queensland again. And that's what some of these people just need to hear.
They're on the verge of losing 4 in a row. Like, we had it.
Yeah.
And he stood up and he won the game.
Yeah, and I
And
just think
when you
New
see,
South.
I go, mate.
No, you can go, mate. You go. You go.
Well, it's just you just think about it, since '05, close to our most successful halfback's been fucking Trent Hodkinson.
Yeah, that's exactly
And
right.
then
I just yeah.
every,
I really just think New South Wales, some of these players, a lot of these players actually, need to be told, go out there and fucking perform. Otherwise, you've got Bam Strange, Bam Katoa, all these other young fellas coming through that will take their spot.
I'd be going in and going, boys, I'd have your Clearys, your Yows, your Robsons, your Barnetts, your Crichtons, your Teddies in a room and go, if you fuckers don't pull one out tonight and win, you can kiss your fucking jersey goodbye.
That's right. They're the senior leaders in the group. They need to be told that. Like, they have to step up. Tonight has to be the night to step up.
If we have another fucking outing like we did game 3 last year and it's 20-0, it's wraps. I'd fucking flip the squad on its head. Well,
yeah.
what's the worst that'll happen? We'll lose? We're already fucking doing that.
Yeah, exactly right. That's the thing with Queensland. I hate to say it, but they've just got that side that wants to fucking win for their state, that bleeds maroon through and through. They've got that side. Do we?
It's like
I
it's
don't
like
know. I don't think so.
It's like if someone said to them, "If you don't win, I've got someone hostage that's gonna get shot."
You'd think
Like,
so.
that's
The
how
way
they
they come out
play.
and play, like they could be having the shittest year club form, and then they come out in Origin and play like prime Queensland 2008 or 2010. They just come out all guns blazing, and you're like, so where's that been for club level? And then
We're the opposite.
it's crazy.
Like, this is what, the 4th year in a row that we've had the better side on paper. Probably longer than that. We probably had 10 years of having the better side on paper, and we falter at the hurdle. Like, we hadn't lost in Melbourne in 30 years.
Yeah,
and they nearly put 50 past us.
We've had the best side on paper, mate, since probably 2017 or 2018, one of those years. We've had the best side on paper since then. The fact that we can't go out there and ice these games and, win more series, it's just beyond me. But, hopefully tonight's the night.
Tonight will be the night. It has to be the night, because if it's not tonight, it's fucking never.
Agreed.
Oh, I feel better getting that off my chest. It needed to be said.
Mate, I've been waiting to rant like that for 2 weeks since game 2. It's been boiling up. I haven't spoken much about Origin to anybody because of how embarrassed I was after game 2, but it just come out then, and I really hope there isn't another rant to follow after tonight. I hope I'll wake up tomorrow in a happy mood because our New South Wales Blues won.
Like, this will be the final thing that we will be seeing before we go to bed tonight.
That's right. Fingers crossed.
We'll replace Lomax with Bostock, Toto with Mark, Critter with fucking who cares? We have to be raising that shield. And look, Madge can stay there. I'm happy for Laurie not to be a part of the photos, if need be. But on that, I've been watching. I don't know if you know this, but if you go on YouTube, you can find like 45-minute videos, which is just extended highlights of a series from start to finish. All 3 games. I've watched a lot of late 90s ones. And fuck me, the way you see Laurie play, the intensity he brings when he was playing, where the fuck is that when you're coaching? He's out there flattening fucking front rollers, getting in their faces, just domination. We need to fucking pull some of those highlights out there, Laurie, and just don't know what's going on, man. You're the most passive human alive, but you weren't there.
I've heard rumors that he sort of gives his big talk at the hotel instead of actually at the game where the cameras are there. He'll bring him aside in the hotel room before they leave on the bus to go to the ground.
No,
And
that's
then,
too early. It's too early. It's too early.
yeah, they need it right before kickoff.
You need to
Like,
have hotel to bus, give them all the time they need to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and you
Yeah.
chuck that jersey on. You're sitting there and you get fucking reamed.
yeah, and you know what? They would have had that with Madge. They would have had his voice ringing in their ears the whole game. The whole game. And
You
look,
should.
maybe that's just what our team needs. Maybe that's what the Blues need.
If you're Laurie, you need to be in there going, listen here, you're about to walk out to 55,000 people who fucking hate you with a bunch of arrogant fucks in the room over who are assuming they're going to walk through it like they have all fucking series. This is your fucking moment to see if you want to be etched into history or you want to be just losers who lost to Queensland again. 80 minutes, I want you to go out there and fucking kill someone legally. I want you to give it your all for all the fucking fans at home who will be copying it tomorrow if you guys don't have a fucking crack. Now or never. If you don't step up now, you can kiss your fucking jersey goodbye.
Oh,
Something
mate,
like
that's
that
just
to
pumped
make
me
me want
up.
to run
That
through
has
a
pumped
fucking
me
brick
up.
wall.
That has pumped me
Right.
up. I'm ready to take the first hit up tonight. I'm on my way up
Right.
to Brisbane right now.
I want Payne Haas to go, give me that fucking ball. And I want him to line up Tino and I want him to run over the fucker.
Mate.
Like, that's what I want. Oh.
Mate, that has absolutely pumped me up. I was feeling a bit angry and flat before that, and now I am just ready to go. I'd take the first hit up for him. I'm just pumped.
I've
I'm
pulled a
that
fucking
pumped.
lorry. I've done it an hour and 15 before kickoff. I need to fucking call you 5 minutes beforehand.
Yeah,
Like,
I need you to call me 5 minutes before kickoff. We'll stand there and listen to the Australian anthem together, and then bam,
we'll start fucking
we're on.
screaming again. Get fucking Gus Gould in there. I reckon get Gus Gould in there.
I need
Have
it.
his
I
final
need his
word.
final chat. I need it.
Oh.
I don't want to have to go on TikTok just to see his final word. I want to see it live on 9 tonight.
It's all good. I'm gonna clip my my little final word there, and we'll get it posted around so everyone's ready to go.
Get that music in the back as well, like the Gus Gould music
the
on
Gus
9.
Gould music, yeah. Alrighty. Look, we've pretty much covered everything. Final thing, mate. We're gonna do score, first try scorer, man of the match.
Okay, so for the score, I'm going to say it's going to be really close. I just feel like it's going to be a mirror image to Game 3, 2024. I'll be going New South Wales 20, Queensland 18. I reckon it's going to be 2 points in it, and I reckon New South Wales, this is going to be my bold prediction, so I'm sort of doing it the other way around. I reckon New South Wales are going to score right at the end to take the lead on the sideline. And I reckon my first try scorer will be Bostock on debut.
Beautiful. I'm playing full producer here, and I'm fucking doing it as we go.
Mate, you're doing a great job.
Now, I've been thinking about it as you were talking. I like the closeness. Online, I was a bit eager, but I think I know what I want to do. I'm going to go New South Wales 26, Queensland 22. First try scorer will be Bradman Best.
Mm-hmm.
And my bold prediction, Nathan Cleary to pull a Trent Hodgkinson, show and go, get through, and score with less than 2 minutes to go. And nail the conversion to win the game, cementing himself in Origin folklore.
Perfect.
I honestly think we've fucking nailed it. All right, who scores your game-winning try?
I really liked your what you said. But since I predicted that we're going to score on the corner to win it, I am going to say Marky Mark off a Nathan Cleary crossfield kick.
I'm gonna write Marky Mark because I don't want to spell.
Don't write his last
name.
Last name, bro.
All right, mate. I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready, mate.
Mate, stare at this photo as I play our outro. It's our outro now.
Awesome.
We'll probably catch us later in the week if we end up doing our Parra Roosters preview, which most likely we will, because what else would you want to talk about? We'll be able to gloat about our series victory. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, for all the 0 people watching, go the Blues.
And also, fuck Queensland. Dogs.